Welcome back to your Lofty program once again, State of the Nation, where we hasten the motions for national development. And like I keep saying, when it comes to national development, we are all in it together. The topical issue for this morning is an issue that affects us all. It is a driver of the economy. It is a driver of development. It is a driver of our well-being. And it has become an issue lately. We all are against it. We all are clamoring for a change. We all are clamoring for something better to happen to us. And that topic is petrol and electricity price hikes, effect on economy and development. Let me rephrase that. Without power, without transportation, our economy will not grow. Power is highly important. Transportation, mobility is highly important. And in terms of petrol and electricity, those are the drivers of our economy. Our guest this morning, Dr. Chris Chibo, unfortunately is held up in the traffic. But at the same time, he will join us shortly. Part of what we are going to discuss on this issue is something that is better felt. I want you to get a feel of it. I want you to listen to our finance minister. I want you to listen to the head of our National Assembly, Lawan, and also you will listen to the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipriye Silva. They are going to give us their own pointers to us. And right afterwards, we will discuss how it affects us, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and what we should expect. Let's have the clips from the Minister of Finance. Go ahead.
Let me start by stating the fact that we did make a provision in the 2022 budget for fuel subsidy for January 22. And that suggests that from July that there will be no subsidy. And this provision was made sequel to the passage of the Petroleum Industry Act that has made a provision that all products will be deregulated. Subsequent to the passage of the act, we went back and amended the fiscal framework that was submitted to National Assembly to incorporate this demand. But after the budget was passed, and we have had consultations with a number of stakeholders, it became clear that the timing is problematic, that practically there is still heightened inflation, and also removal of subsidy will further worsen the situation, thereby imposing more difficulties on the citizens. And Mr. President clearly does not want to do that.
That is the clip from our Minister of Finance. She has been able to lay the aspect of the financial aspect to us, to key into, to listen to. But I would like to give you a fusion. She has talked in terms of finance. Let us listen to the Senate President. Let's hear his own angle from the angle of the National Assembly. Let's have that clip from our Senate President, Lawan Ahmed.
All in search of ways and means of ensuring that ordinary Nigerian does not suffer any hardship, that when the subsidy will be removed, eventually it will be at such a point at which the hardship will be very minimal and would have been taken care of by several programs or projects or empowerments. And it's not about NLC. NLC, how many people are in NLC or TUC? We're talking about every Nigerian, and NLC is just an organized part of the system. But we are concerned beyond the NLC. And I'm taking this opportunity to appeal to TUC and NLC to share this plan to go on strike or demonstration. Is totally unnecessary. There is not going to be removal of subsidy. So there is no need for this. Please, let's not create unnecessary tension where there should be none at all.
There you go. We've been able to hear it from the Senate President, Ahmed Lawan. These are the people we have put in place to run the situation for us. The Minister of Finance has said our own bit. The Senate President has said his own bit. Let us also listen to the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum, Timi Silva. Let's have all the facts together. Let's have Timi Silva, please.
It is clear to the blind and audible to the deaf that it is not possible at this time for us to remove the subsidy. We know that some naysayers, some political people will try to make political capital out of it, but it is not within the contemplation now of this administration to remove subsidy. But of course, if there are legislative enablers that will also ensure that it is within the law, then I think it's a legislative responsibility.
We've heard all the briefs from the people we have put in place, from the people who are in charge. The Minister of Finance, the Senate President, and the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum, Timi Silva. From all we've heard, we are now looking at a situation whereby the federal government has rescinded, has made a U-turn in that element of this hike, which Nigerians protested, a lot of Nigerians protested against it. We all protested. Labour Congress protested. Even here in Abuja, people protested that why is it going to happen to us? It's going to add more to the hardship of everyday people. And I guess the government has listened. I would like to tell you this, because we are getting feedbacks too from you people out there. The feedbacks are saying, the ones we are getting here are saying, wait, why is it that we do not have petrol? Why is it that we cannot refine our petroleum? The person is asking me again by saying, if there is time for a strike, are the people working at the refinery going to be part of the strike? That is a poser for you and I. We've given money for turnaround maintenance all over these years. Nothing happened. The people there, we are paying them salaries for doing nothing. Nigerians are shouting. They are on the streets. The ones that can send in messages are the ones that sent in this message that I'm reading back to you. That if it is time for a strike, will those that work at the refineries be members of that strike? Of course they will be. But the thing is, they are the ones that are putting us in this mess. They are not doing their work as it should be. And honestly, it's high time we look at ourselves and look at the situation accordingly. It's a pity my guest, Dr. Chris Chibo, is not yet here. He's still calling that he's on the way, and then very close by. The moment he steps in, we will put him on air. But as we speak, the onus is on us. The government is our government. We put the government in place. This is a democracy. And a democracy means we put you there to give us succor and give us satisfaction within the ambits of what we have. If we have 10 naira, we are going to spend 10 naira. If we have to borrow more, it has to be because we all agree to it. The National Assembly is there. We've metamorphosed ourselves into 360 in the House of Rep, 109 in the Senate. That is Nigerians represented. So they can do the talking for us. But why is it? I repeat, why is it that we are going through this? As we speak, a barrel of oil is in the region of 80, and then Goldman Sachs, which is a good house when it comes to economics, is telling us that it will hit 100. These are the times that we can benefit from it. But we cannot, because we do not refine. We sell to people to refine for us by whatever means, either by swap or this or that, and then it comes back to us expensive. It is a good idea that the federal government is saying, okay, our 4 refineries are good to go. Starting with the refinery in Port Harcourt. Good. But for how long are we going to be listening to stories? If we do not put our refineries in order, this will always occur again. The monies we spend on subsidy is no small amount. The monies are huge. It is huge. It's high time we do something about this. It is high time we do something about this. As you are viewers out there, this is not a situation where I am laying it across to you. We are all in this together. And you're going to have a number there where you can send an SMS so that we can juxtapose our ideas. It's going to show on your screen very soon. The number that you can, don't call, send an SMS through that number. Let's share your views. Some of our old viewers send their views, which was one of those that I read to you earlier. Let's share your own views too. Because it concerns us all. It affects our economy. It affects our development. Even when we pay for the subsidy, the monies that could have been used for capital development is being used for subsidy. Wherein some people are becoming overnight millionaires because they help us in bringing it in. Though at the same time, NNPC is doing it solely, but it takes people along the line. People are paid, facilitators are paid along the line to make sure it comes in. The question is, why should we be doing that in the first instance? And I pray that the government of the day will do something. And that something is letting us have production, refining on a local level. It is a good thing to eulogize the Dangote refinery in Lagos, but at the same time, Dangote is a businessman, he is not government. But he is one of us, after all. If that comes on board, we are good to go. Fair enough, NNPC Limited bought 20% of Dangote refinery. So basically, we're a stakeholder, we are good to go. But between now and then, what are we going to do? I am sure the government of the day will put heads together, just like you've heard from the Minister of Finance, from the Senate President, and the Honorable Minister of Petroleum. They are putting their heads together, and at the end of the day, you can be rest assured that we shall get the best out of our nation. On this note, I would like to say thank you for keeping faith. Don't go away. ITV is going to give you a newspaper review. And when I talk about newspaper review, a comprehensive newspaper review that will save you the cost of going on the street to go and buy 3, 5, 6, 8, 10 newspapers. In actual fact, you need not buy any. We are going to give you the bits and pieces that makes up the news today. Don't go away. Stay with us.